A Quiet Place Day 1 will expand on the lore of the series and give us more insight on how the world went from this to this. So now's a good time to brush up on what we know about this world so far. Chapter 1: The Creatures. The world is overrun by these mysterious and dangerous beings. Here's what we know about them so far. They came without warning from the sky. While they are blind, their incredibly sensitive ears allow them to hunt their prey using only sound. And fighting back is incredibly difficult, seeing as they're covered in what appears to be natural armor. Even fire doesn't seem to hurt them. But thanks to Reagan, we learn that they have one major weakness: high-frequency feedback. Which causes them to expose the weaker flesh underneath their armor. Chapter 2: Quiet Living. The only way to survive in this new world is to adapt. That means coming up with all kinds of creative ways to keep quiet, like covering all walkways with sand to muffle footsteps, foregoing the use of any plates or silverware in favor of softer materials like lettuce, or using paint to mark the parts of the floor that don't creak. Lastly, if you know sign language, it's best to make that your primary mode of communication. But we know it can be safe to talk, as long as you're covered by an even louder sound.
You're all right. You're all right.
Or protected by some sort of soundproofing. Chapter 3: The New World. Based on Lee's wall of newspapers, we can tell that the government had been helping keep the people informed on the threat. At least for a little while, speculating about an alien invasion and urging people to get underground. We eventually learn that the National Guard even tried to get people to safety, with only minimal success.
They had 12 boats lined up on the dock that day. Only 2 got out.
Sadly, over time it appears the government was compromised, leaving its citizens to fend for themselves. As a result, many people have become hostile, willing to do anything to survive, even setting rotten traps for other people. Thankfully, not all of humanity went the way of these guys. There are also those who have found ways to live in some semblance of peace.
You're here now. A new day. And where you coming from?
Just over the Appalachian Ridge.
And how long did it take?
It's under 2 days.
That's determination.
It's necessity.
To get help?
No. To give in.
And with the help of Reagan, they may even give hope to the rest of humanity. And those are the broad strokes of what we know so far about the world of A Quiet Place. If it feels like there are still questions to be answered, that's because the entire story hasn't been told yet. So be sure to check out A Quiet Place Day 1 in theaters June 28th.